can hear it in my ears like it was just yesterday. It would almost be ritualistic. You know, we would light candles and as the beats are playing, you know, they would, you know, their hands would be moving like this. And,
you know, you'd have to go through the different levels of trust and initiation to really get into his inner circle. And
I take him serious. That's not my type of pastor. You know, you got to look at a person's household, and if your household is not in order, you understand, how you gonna help somebody else get their house in order?
Ever wondered what's really going on behind closed doors at Diddy's mansion? Well, apparently a pastor close to Diddy claims of demonic spirits and ritual practices in the mogul's home.
We spent the time together in New York at Daddy's house, and then when we went to Miami, there was a couple parties.
According to this pastor, the luxury and glamour hide something way more sinister, leaving us all wondering, is there a deeper, darker side to the hip-hop legend's empire?
We're all in Vegas. Everybody's there. Diddy, I think Dr. Dre is there, Truth Hurts is there. A bunch of people are there.
Are these just wild accusations? Or is there some truth to the whispers about the entertainment industry's obsession with the occult? Could Diddy's success have come at a cost we're only now starting to uncover? Let's dive in. While a bunch of people in the music and entertainment world are scrambling to distance themselves from Diddy as federal charges and wild allegations keep piling up, one guy isn't staying quiet. Rod Long, now a 46-year-old pastor at Rig Global Church in Cloverland, is spilling the tea on his time working with the hip-hop mogul. Back in the early 2000s, Rod says he was a songwriter and producer for Diddy's iconic Bad Boy Records and even got an inside look at those infamous parties in New York, Miami, and Vegas. And trust us, he's got stories.
When I got there, I said I can't do it.
In a dramatic YouTube video dropped last week, Rod Long didn't hold back as he recalled the wild times he spent in Diddy's NYC recording studio. Long, now a pastor, shared that he once went 4 days straight without sleep while making beats. But he claims there was more to it than just his hustle. It was something driving me, Long said, describing the experience as being fueled by what he believes was a demonic spirit. He went on to allege, without offering proof, that he witnessed ritualistic seances in the studio, complete with candles and chanting.
I'm really terrified now because I grew up, if you say Jesus, the demons gotta flee, they gotta go.
And now the demons looking at you.
They're like, he can't even hear you.
Oh.
Long's claims come as Diddy faces mounting legal troubles, including pleading not guilty to federal trafficking charges after his September 16th arrest at a New York hotel. According to the charges, Diddy and his associates are accused of years of coercion, and using threats like blackmail, violence, and even kidnapping to silence victims. The allegations have snowballed, with 7 new lawsuits filed this week, including one claiming the 13-year-old girl. The details just keep getting darker. On October 17th, Tommy Arayomi, a self-proclaimed prophet and leader of Rig Global, dropped a bombshell interview on YouTube with Rod Long, diving deep into his wild experiences in the music industry. The 40-plus minute video, titled I Slept in Diddy's House, ex-Diddy producer turned pastor tells all, has been blowing up online, racking up over 1.1 million views by Friday.
There's a sound that draws spirits.
There is a soul.
Or repel spirits.
Yes.
It's not just rebuking with your mouth. You can rebuke a demon with the right sound.
In the video, Long spills jaw-dropping details about his time in Diddy's world, exposing what he claims is the dark side of fame and the hidden struggles that come with it. Promoting the interview, Arayomi hyped it up on YouTube, calling it a must-watch and teasing some shocking revelations. And judging by the views, people can't get enough of the drama. During the interview, Long dropped a bombshell about a party he attended in Miami where he claims Diddy asked guests what kind of women they wanted to meet. I believe these girls came specifically to do whatever we wanted them to do, Long alleged. He later recounted the moment he decided to leave Bad Boy Entertainment for good, after a party in Las Vegas pushed him to his breaking point. At this point, I'm pretty much about to go crazy trying to fight what the Lord wants me to do, Long said, describing how he walked out of the party, called his father, and got a plane ticket to Houston. I got that close. I tasted it. And I still walked away, he added, and I walked away because of the voice of the Lord. Speaking by phone last week, Long revealed he was already working on a documentary about his music career when Tommy Arayomi approached him for the interview. He agreed to participate, saying he wanted to share a message of hope with Rig Global Church and the 1,000 people who attend its weekend services. It's a message of faithfulness and grace, even when we mess up or stray from what God teaches us, Long explained. God is still faithful. Rod Long isn't the only Texas-based pastor with ties to Sean Diddy Combs. Bishop T.D. Jakes of Dallas, one of the most prominent figures in the Christian world, has reportedly served as a spiritual advisor to Combs in recent years. However, Jakes' connection to the rapper has landed him in hot water, with critics accusing him of attending Diddy's infamous freak-offs and even alleging affairs with men, according to Religion News Service. Jakes' media team has vehemently denied these claims, calling them false and baseless. Meanwhile, a federal lawsuit filed against Combs in March alleges that he planned to use his relationship with Jakes to soften the blow to his public image after being sued by his ex-girlfriend, singer Cassie, last year.
The saints supposed to separate themselves from the sinners, and why would a religious man like himself be at a party which ain't nothing but sin that's going on, bruh?
Since Diddy's big announcement about testifying, it feels like the heat's been turned up on celebrities. That's not exactly shocking, but here's a twist. Did you ever think a bishop would get caught in the mix? Yep. Word on the street is Bishop T.D. Jakes is now feeling the pressure after news dropped that Diddy might spill the tea in court. And apparently, he's naming names. Big ones.
Other names are going to come out. Sean will talk. That's why Jay-Z is running. That's why Jay-Z is nervous.
This could be bad news for anyone linked to Diddy, with rumors flying that even the FBI might start sniffing around. And get this. Folks are saying T.D. Jakes allegedly tried to dip out of the country right when Diddy got arrested. To make things messier, old pics and videos of the bishop partying it up with Diddy have resurfaced and are blowing up online. A bishop partying with Diddy? Yeah, that definitely raises some eyebrows. And now there's talk that Bishop T.D. Jakes might be in some serious trouble. Could Diddy call him out and take him down with him? Things are looking messy.
Why would a religious man like himself be at a party which ain't nothing but sin that's going on, bruh?
You don't usually hear about big-name preachers making headlines for anything other than their sermons, right? But Bishop T.D. Jakes seems to have flipped the script. Instead of the usual inspirational stories, he's caught up in some pretty unexpected, and let's be real, kind of shady news. And now, whispers of legal drama are circling his name. Jakes isn't new to the spotlight. Over the years, he's built a massive following and rubbed shoulders with some of the biggest names in entertainment. That fame? It's a double-edged sword, bringing him praise and criticism. For a long time, people have side-eyed his connections to certain questionable folks, but he always brushed it off like it was no big deal.
Like I said, men on men, women on women. It's hard to put in perspective unless...
Well, it seems like that untouchable, squeaky clean image might finally be cracking. This latest wave of headlines, they're not exactly about spreading the gospel. And it's got people asking some serious questions. Once you're wrapped up in one controversy after another, it's only a matter of time before people start asking, what if the rumors are true? And that's exactly where Bishop T.D. Jakes finds himself right now. Folks are starting to question if he's as squeaky clean as he's always made himself out to be. Things took a turn when two individuals recently came forward with disturbing claims about their past experiences with Jakes. As if that wasn't enough, his own son has been tangled up in a separate scandal, adding more fuel to the fire and making the latest accusations seem even more believable.
Put up SA. From the same predator that groomed me and that violated me as a man.
Jakes has faced tough situations before, but the timing of all this couldn't be worse. While his church initially put him in the spotlight, it's not the only thing keeping him there. Over the years, surprising and, frankly, messy stories have popped up, like the scandal involving his son, and now there's even buzz linking him to Diddy. According to a Dallas police report, Jakes' son, Germaine Jakes, was arrested during a gay sting operation at Keast Park a while back. The report states he was charged with indecent exposure after allegedly exposing himself to two undercover Vice officers. To make matters even more eyebrow-raising, both detectives involved were male.
He got two sons that is about, and I'm talking about T.D. Jakes. He got 2 sons that may be part of the LGBT or that community.
With all of this coming to light, it's no surprise people are starting to dig deeper into the bishop's life. The real question is, how much more is going to come out? The arrest affidavit paints a pretty wild picture. Detectives investigating complaints about inappropriate activity at Keys Park spotted Germaine Jakes in the parking lot. They followed him into a wooded area where, get this, he allegedly approached them with his pants unzipped and exposed himself. To make it even more bizarre, he reportedly stood there for several seconds making eye contact with one of the undercover officers without even attempting to cover himself, all while people were nearby jogging and walking. And here's the kicker. Court records show Germaine listed his workplace as T.D. Jakes Ministries, which only made things even more awkward. While he was detained, he was eventually released at the scene. For context, Bishop T.D. Jakes is the founder of the Potter's House, a massive church with a 30,000 member congregation in South Dallas. The irony? Jakes has long been vocal against same-sex marriage and has faced criticism from HIV/AIDS activists for contributing to stigmas surrounding homosexuality and drug use. Now, his own son is caught up in a scandal that's impossible to overlook. But the drama doesn't end there. Rumors are swirling that Bishop T.D. Jakes himself could soon face even more serious trouble. Allegations of conduct are reportedly on the horizon, with Manasseh Jordan claiming in a video that victims of what he calls the power bottom bishop are gearing up to file lawsuits. Remember when certain prophets claimed this kind of scandal was brewing? Well, it looks like those predictions might be coming true.
One of the things that really happens and seldom talked about is that there's something called, and it happens in the Pentecostal church, it happens in many churches, but I'm referring to the black church specifically.
In his recent video, Manasseh Jordan dropped even more bombshell claims, alleging that 2 individuals he spoke to accused Bishop T.D. Jakes of some deeply disturbing actions. According to Manasseh, these 2 victims confided in him, claiming they were and Jakes. Manasseh went on to share that the victims opened up about the specific tactics and say they experienced at Jakes' hands. These allegations, if true, paint a dark picture of someone who has long been seen as a pillar of faith and morality.
2 of the offenders were not only a victim of, as what I described in some of my previous videos.
It's one thing for Bishop T.D. Jakes to publicly criticize the LGBTQ+ community, but it hits differently when his own son gets tangled up in the very situations he's spoken out against. And now, with whispers of Jakes himself being caught up in scandals, it raises some serious eyebrows. Hypocrisy much? What's even wilder is how these issues could spiral into a massive legal mess. But Jakes' bigger headache might not even be his personal controversies, it's Diddy. With Diddy now under FBI scrutiny, the stakes are higher than ever. If Diddy decides to testify and start dropping names, Jakes could very well be next on the chopping block. Let's face it, Diddy isn't exactly in a position to stay tight-lipped. Facing some serious jail time, he seems ready to do whatever it takes to get out. According to his lawyer, Diddy is itching to take the stand in his upcoming trial, and he might just start naming names. If T.D. Jakes' connection to Diddy is as deep as those viral photos suggest, things could get messy fast. It's a ticking time bomb, and everyone's watching to see who gets pulled into the fallout. I don't know that I could keep him off the stand, the music mogul's attorney Mark Agnifilo said in a teaser of TMZ's new The Downfall of Diddy, the indictment documentary. I think he's very eager to tell his story. I think he will tell every part of his story, including what you see on the video, Agnifilo added, referring to the shocking surveillance footage that emerged in May, showing Combs physically assaulting ex-girlfriend Cassie Ventura in 2016. He has his story, and he has a story that I think only he can tell in the way he can tell it in real time. It's a human story. It's a story of love. It's a story of hurt. It's a story of heartbreak, Agnifilo said. When he describes that relationship, the word he uses more than any other word is heartbreak. He was heartbroken. She was heartbroken. So, it looks like Diddy might not be the only one facing the heat. Word on the street is he's got receipts, evidence that could drag others down with him when he testifies in court. And well, Bishop T.D. Jakes seems to be in the crosshairs too. One person wrote, "What an eye-opening, enlightening testimony. I had been seeking the Lord about secular music as of late. He is so faithful to speak to his children." Wow! That's it for today. See you in the next video. Until then, goodbye.